I wanted Claude to browse the web for me, but it struggles. It hits a CAPTCHA test, isn't able to navigate through different pages for me, and gets blocked because of bot detection. Instead, I used a browser agent to bypass all of this for me, and I did this without having to write a single line of code. In this video, I'll be showing you how I turned Claude into a browser agent, all by connecting it to the Browserless MCP. In one command, I was able to set it up, so now it handles all my web crawling, bypasses bot detection, and is able to solve CAPTCHAs automatically while it's browsing the web. And to do this, all you need is a Browserless account, which is free to sign up, and a Claude account that allows you to add connectors and MCPs to. Let's get started. This is the demo I'll be showing you today. I'm searching for a new AI writing tool to use, and instead of spending hours of researching online between different reviews of products, I can just ask Claude to search it for me and look through the different reviews and summarize it all. It then helped generate this full report, which I can quickly read and use to compare the different products and see which one I want to use. And all I needed to do was connect Claude and Browserless. Let's start building. To set this up, you'll first need a Claude account. The link to sign up will be in the description below, and you'll follow the instructions there to set one up. I'll be showing you how to connect Browserless to both the Claude desktop app and to Claude Code in the terminal, so whichever one you prefer to use, you'll be able to follow along and do the same thing I'm doing. Next, you'll need a Browserless account. So once you've created and logged into your account, you're going to be in the account dashboard page. Here we're going to look at our API key, and next to it you'll see on the right a button to copy that key. Keep this handy as we're going to need it while we are setting up our agent. Now that we have both accounts set up, I'll first start showing you how we connect it to the Claude desktop app. To connect Browserless to the Claude desktop app, you first need to download it and open it in your computer. Inside, we're going to go to the top menu under Claude. You're going to click that and press Settings. Inside the settings, you're going to see on the left a menu, and we're going to go down into Developer. This will open the local MCP server page, and here we're going to be adding different MCP servers. Inside, you're going to see the Edit Config button, and we're going to click that. This will open your Finder if you're on a Mac, or the File Explorer if you're on Windows, and it will highlight the Claude desktop config file that we are going to be editing. We'll need to edit this file, so you can either edit it in your favorite text editor or a code editor. I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code, so in order to open that file in that, I'm going to right-click, press Open With, and look for Visual Studio Code. Inside the file, we'll need to add our MCP server configuration. I'll be copy and pasting the following lines inside the file, but you can also copy and paste this from our documentation, which will be linked below in the description. Then you'll need to replace the Your API token here text with your API key from the Browserless dashboard. So we're going to go back into the dashboard, and you're going to press the copy button on the right of your API key. We're going to then replace that text with your API key, and make sure to save the file before you close it. And then you're going to have to reopen the Claude desktop app to make sure that the MCP server gets added. And now it's connected. You could start chatting with Claude to browse the web and ask which websites you want it to go through. If you'd like to skip ahead to the demo, here is the timestamp below. Otherwise, I'll show you how we connect Browserless to Claude Code in the terminal and then show you a demo. To connect Browserless to Claude Code in the terminal, you first need to have it installed and set up with your account. The full documentation for how to set this up will be linked below. Do note that for Claude Code, you do need a Claude subscription. Once Claude Code is set up, you'll need to open up the terminal on your computer or PowerShell as an administrator if you're on a Windows computer. I navigated to a folder where I want to do all my research in, which I called AI Writing Tool Research. Next, to add the Browserless agent, you'll need to type the following command, which I'll also paste below. Before pressing enter, you'll also need to replace the Your API token here with your API key you copied earlier from the Browserless dashboard. Then press enter to run the command. And to confirm that it was added, you just type the Claude MCP list command, and you'll be able to see Browserless listed under the MCPs. We can then start Claude Code up by running Claude in the terminal, and done. Now we have Browserless connected to Claude Code. I'm going to continue to show you how I use this to research and generate a report for me. Now that we have Claude connected to Browserless, we could start prompting it to search the web for us. I have the following prompt prepared, which I'll paste below. You can also see this prompt in the description if you want to follow along and try it out yourself. This prompt basically says to use the Browserless agent to complete the following tasks, and it's going to go to G2, find reviews, discussions around 3 different writing tools, Jasper, Grammarly, and Writesonic. It's going to get the 10 most reviews, gather who wrote it, the star rating, what they liked, what they didn't like, and then it's going to compile all of that into a summary report for me to review and look over and figure out which tool I want to use. I'm going to press enter, and while it's running, I'm going to explain to you what is happening in the background. Previously, Claude had no way of opening URLs and pressing buttons to navigate and search through different pages for me. As well, if it hits something like a CAPTCHA or Cloudflare test, it would stop immediately. Now, with Browserless attached, we're able to use its infrastructure to solve these tests automatically, and also it's able to understand and navigate through the pages to get the data for me. I'll let this run for a few minutes and come back to you when it has completed. Then it's going to ask to confirm the HTML report, and it's going to create it. And now it's done. So it finished all that research and compiling that together into a report in just about 6 minutes, which is great because it saved me hours of research that I would have had to do manually. On top of that, I asked it to generate a report which I can open up and look over and quickly see all the 10 most recent reviews amongst Jasper, Grammarly, and Writesonic, and see what people liked, what people didn't like about the product, and then at the end see the 3 most complaints across all the products, and use this in comparison when I am deciding which product I want to use. And while I only ran this workflow once, this can easily be scaled up to run multiple workflows or also to run automatically on a cron job. This is all possible because of the Browserless infrastructure, which is built to run browsers simultaneously, and that was all done in just a few steps because I connected Browserless to Claude. So overall, we were able to expand Claude to be our browser agent, all by connecting it to Browserless. If you found this video useful, please leave a like and subscribe. As well, if you run into any issues while you are building, feel free to leave a comment below. See you soon.